is now, and I will ensure it stays so. You say you came from Memphis?
Memphis is home to many priests. They do not need me there. But Letopolis is fertile ground, planted by your hard work.
The thrilling, coolest game in Saga of Assassin's Creed Origins Let's Play continues with Papysigh. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for always being faithful. Thank you for always being here.
Your vision of tomorrow. I have come here to serve the gods.
Once you are rested,
I think the audio started late.
Letopolis.
I'm not fixing it. There was no way I could possibly recreate the energy, the vivacity, the power of that introduction, so I'm not fixing it. Maybe I'll be able to budge it over to the left so that it starts where it's supposed to start. But we'll just treat that opening dialogue like a cold open. Sometimes, man, the tech they give me with this PS4 shit is absolute balls. And do I want to do anything to fix it? No. Because you know how many subs I have? 3. Do you know how many of those subs are personal friends of mine? 2. That means I have gotten 1 spontaneous subscriber to this channel since I started 15 days ago. So at this point, do I care much about the quality and editing of these early videos?
Whoa.
I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. My future viewers watching these old videos with chagrin and with great humor.
Whoa.
So it's saying we should meet this motherfucker Taharka, this Neba Taharka, at his home. I don't feel like doing that. Instead, I'm gonna go for a little boat ride. There is this wonderful Puz-lay that I am trying to solve, and which is basically impossible to solve. This has been the one papyrus Puz-lay I have not been able to figure out so far in all my filming. This stupid motherfucking puzzle that's like, I am to the southeast of Kakamnome. It's not really Kakamnome because in the... Yeah, okay, Imkentnome, whatever. In the stupid fucking papyrus, it misspells the name of the map area. I've already zoomed out all the way, and still, I can't find any location that is spelled the same way as the supposed location that's mentioned in this papyrus. And I'm mad. I'm mad because I spent, I think, 2 to 3 videos trying to find this fucking Puz-lay location. Oh, there's another one I find later too. Located near Crocodilopolis. Crocodilopolis. However the fuck you say that. Which is also not a marked location on the map. It's somewhere that you just have to know exists within the city of Memphis. But we'll deal with that in later videos. You guys get to see all the frustration and angst that I have to fucking deal with when I play this game and try to solve its puzzles, which are so sparsely worded. And my dad is texting me, saying he's done normal stuff today. Like, he built shelves in his closet. That's normal? Who the fuck spends any time building shelves in their closet? You know what normal time is for me? It's eating ramen bowls and watching YouTube podcasts. That's normal time for me. Normal time for me is trying to forget that I exist to some degree or another. But building shelves, I mean, that's normal for any workman, I suppose. Also, my dad has CRS. Can't remember shit. He watches some show on cable called Impractical Jokers, which reminds me a lot of that Brent Daniel video about SCP-2030 or whatever, where, you know, like, laugh is love or laugh is life or whatever. About the guy that does candid camera type footage and then ends up kidnapping the victims of the show. Yeah, my dad's obsessed with some show called Impractical Jokers, and the other day we're talking on the phone, and he's like, "Man, this show is so funny. They prank on people practically." And then it's like, "Whoa, it's so funny because like they're not crude and they don't curse or anything. They just prank them real hard, and then that's the whole point of the show." I'm not saying my dad is dumb. I mean, it's okay if he enjoys impractical jokes. Practical jokes. I don't know why it's called Impractical Jokers. I guess because you have to do some kind of spin on it. And, you know, Jeff Dunham comedy routines. I'm fine with the fact that my dad appreciates that shit. It's okay. It's okay that he appreciates it, okay? It's just not for me. Alright? Because that kind of shit is mindless as can be. If you enjoy nice slapstick mindless humor, by all means go and watch Impractical Jokers, okay? But it's not my kind of, it's not my dig, baby. It's not my bag, baby. It's not my bag, okay? And the other day we're talking on the phone and he's like, "This show is so funny, I'm practically crying laughing." And then he texts me today and he's like, "Have you ever heard of Impractical Jokers?" What did he say exactly? Let's look at the text. You know, any comedian's routine is, you know, always supplied by fodder from his real life. "My eyes are watering, I'm laughing so hard." My dad uses voice to text for his texts, so oftentimes he makes typos because he really believes that it's easier to text using your voice than it is to just type it in. I mean, he and I are probably both equally drunk at this point of time on a Saturday night. So, I mean, I guess I can't blame him. But, you know, I slave away on my texts when I'm drunk. I make sure that they're properly punctuated, they have good grammar, capitalization, all that shit. Even though I'm blind drunk. I don't know how I pull them off. You know, most people, when they look at their texts from 3 a.m. on the night that they got drunk, they're like, "Holy shit. Not only did I make a bunch of impulsive decisions, but I didn't even look educated in anything that I said. I looked like a babbling baboon." And I at least can say, "Oh, well, yeah, I made some impractical decisions, but at least I looked educated doing them." Because, you know, text etiquette is important. I don't care what the level of inebriation is that you're at. Alright? And this fucking papyrus is absolute balls. It's absolute balls. I don't remember what it said exactly, but all I know is that at this time, at the time in which you're watching this video, I was trying very hard to solve it. Very, very hard. And it didn't make any fucking sense. This shit is such bullshit. Some of these papyruses are not... These papyri are not... They're not labeled correctly. If I remember correctly, this said something like, "At dawn, I will be amongst a bunch of submerged ships, and at this time, X will mark the spot where I am." And I'm mad. I'm frankly, I'm very upset. Because this puzzle, far from being too easy to solve, is too difficult to solve. It's too non-specific in its wording, and I'm frustrated because I have made a vow to this game that I'm going to solve all of its papyri puzzles with my mind and nothing else. And apparently I must be stupid because I'm incapable of solving this one. And I refuse to Google the solution, I really do. Because I respect games that have old-fashioned puzzles and riddles in them. I really do. A lot of the ones in this game are easy, they're very easy. Some are moderately challenging, some are just challenging enough to make me feel smart, but also not stupid at the same time. Those are the perfect ones. This is one of those that just makes me feel stupid. Because every time I end up looking up one of the solutions to a puzzle like this, it always just ends up the same. Oh yeah, if you go to the docks in the southeast of the island, there's like at dawn, then there's like the shadows of some of the broken mastheads totally form an X in the bay. I mean, it's really obvious if you think about it. Like shit like that. I always find just solutions that are like, yeah, you should have figured this out on your own, but that's why we're posting it online, so that we can, you know, get your traffic and so you can feel like a total fucking idiot. But I refuse to be that guy this time. I really am going to try and stick this one out. I ended up giving up on this one. So if you're looking for exciting footage, move on, okay? Because the next few videos are going to be me slamming my head against this fucking papyrus and not getting anything out of it. I don't like the level slating in this game, I really don't. I don't enjoy the fact that you have these over-leveled fucking enemies in certain areas that you can't access. I really don't think that that aspect of the RPG mechanics in this game really serves anything of a rewarding purpose. The fact that everything level checks you when you go from zone to zone. I really don't agree with that. I really don't. I really think that everything should be scaled to your level. And that the locations and that the quests and that the nature of each zone should be different and unique in such a way that you feel like you're experiencing a great deal of variety. But when they level check you in these different zones, it seems to me totally arbitrary. Are you trying to tell me that the Roman and Greek soldiers of the Imprent Nome, like shithole of Egypt, are just 10 times more powerful than the ones that are in Memphis and Giza? I mean, is that what you really expect me to believe? There's no verisimilitude here. It's just arbitrary gameplay mechanics that separate zone from zone, where you're supposed to go early on and where you're not supposed to go. And it takes away from my sense of immersion in the game. It really does. A lot of people hold out for games that separate regions by level, and they think it's more realistic or something like that, you know, more challenging. And I mean, if it's done right, yes, I can see that argument holding out, I really can. But if it's done wrong, which the majority of time it is, like, who's buying that shit? I mean, there is no sense of any area in this game being particularly more challenging than another. And so the fact that they arbitrarily separate these areas by level makes no sense to me. And yeah, maybe I thought for this papyrus puzzle there was supposed to be an X shaped in the docks there or something. I don't know. I'm really mad. I'm really steamed. It's probably just because I'm stupid. But you know what? Screw you. Because if you're watching this right now, it means you stuck through this whole video, so it's on you. It's really on you at the end of the day. And yeah, I sent Sendu all over the place in this area, trying to find the solution. Like when we were in the Katara Depression. Everything was far more powerful than me in that area, too. Except that here, it's just swaths of enemies all over the place who are more powerful than me. I can't even go 300 meters inland without getting killed. Looks like Bayek is feeling how I'm feeling. He was about ready to give up the ghost on that one. He was about ready to set down the oar and just sink into the sea. And this puzzle is making me feel very similarly. Kaka no me. No man may stray from being gay when faced with gay puzzles. I don't know. I'll see you next time.